Science Fiction Pulp Magazines. Hi, I'm Gary Lovisi, and for this episode we're going to take a look at the science fiction pulp magazines that they have in this section here at the old bookshop in Morristown, New Jersey. This is a great source for books of all kinds, used out of print rare, and Virginia and Chris are always eager to help out with any of your book needs. And so we're going to take a look at some of the great pulp magazines from the 50s. We're going to take a look at covers on some of these amazing stories from 1950s. And the Galaxy Raiders by William P. McGivern has a great crime writer who also wrote science fiction early on. And I don't know who did the cover, but it's a beauty.
Looks like Bergie.
Looks like Bergie. Starship from Sirius, Rog Phillips. Who? And it's Amazing Stories. Another one, Desert of the Damned by Don Wilcox. Beautiful green girl cover art. Amazing from All Aboard for the Moon by Harold Sherman, who also wrote a lot of sports books for boys and for young adults. Titan's Battle by Heinrich Hauser. It's signed down here, but I can't read it. I don't know who did the cover. Nice cover art. The Mind Rovers by Richard P. Shaver. Land of Q by Richard P. Shaver. A lot of really nice pulps. Go through a few more. Take them out. Here we go. Amazing Return of Shantanis by Shaver. The Green Man by Harold Sherman. The Masked World by Shaver. Just great covers of these 50s amazing stories. They're really nice condition, and the price is right. I mean, most of them are $7 or $10. I mean, you can't go wrong on these. Beautiful, beautiful. And a couple of earlier amazing stories. This one has Triplanetary by Doc Smith, the first book in the Lensman series. And these are from 1934. So that's from a while back. Take a quick look at some of these others. Fantastic Story. Fantastic Story magazine. May Merritt's Fantasy magazine. Beautiful good girl art. The Conquest of the Moon Pool. Super Science Stories for 1951. Fantastic Adventures. Fantastic Adventures. The beautiful, I believe that's a Walter Pop cover. The Woman in Skin 13, Fantastic Adventures. Black Arrow, Fantastic Adventures. And Devil's Pigs, Fantastic Adventures. Famous Fantastic Mysteries. The Wanderer's Necklace by H. Rider Haggard. Beautiful, nice beautiful cover. Copy. I'm not sure who did the art, but it's beautiful. Full Moon by Talbot Mundy. Famous Fantastic Mysteries from 1953. There's two of those. The Death Maker. Famous Fantastic Mysteries from 1952. A lot of really nice, beautiful covers. You could just go through one after the other. Famous Fantastic Mysteries, reprinted classic fantasy stories, and they really did some really beautiful work. This one from 1950, April 1950, The Secret People by John Benyon, who was John Wyndham, the British science fiction writer. This one is from 1948, The Lion's Way. Many really nice ones. Just going to continue a little bit. This one is Egyptian theme. H. Rider Haggard, The Morning Star. Another classic. A little hard to get at. Caterpillars by E.F. Benson. and the People of the Ruins. The Day of the Deepies by Murray Leinster. This is from 1947. Famous Fantastic Mysteries, Alan and the Ice Gods by H. Rider Haggard. Virgil Finlay did a lot of cover art for these pulps. The Willows by Algernon Blackwood, and The Island of Captain Sparrow by S. Fowler Wright, another classic. This is from 1946. Beautiful, beautiful condition copy. Look at the spine on that. Really nice. $10. This is just a bargain. They're all bargains. And Creep Shadow by A. Merritt. That's a Virgil Finlay for sure. Beautiful copy. Afterglow by George Allen England. Palace of the Star Pack by Geisy, and that's from 1941. So these are going back quite a bit. It's another one. That Beyond the Great Oblivion by George Allen England, and that's from June 1941. These Famous Fantastic Mysteries are just terrific. The Ancient Allen, H. Rider Haggard, 1945. This nice cover right there, wild cover from the October 1949 issue. This from 1940 has The Blind Spot by Hall and Flint and A. Merritt also. These earlier ones in the from the 20s and 30s, they just had no art, but just a design, but they're still scarce. You never find this many pulps in one place. Now we get to Astounding Stories, Street and Smith magazine from 1934, November. The Skylark of Valoron by Doc Smith. That's the first Skylark of Valoron. Astounding Stories, 1934. Another Astounding Stories from 1940, Slan by A.E. Van Voigt. And looks like a Hulbert Rogers cover. Astounding from 1938, Men Against the Stars by Manly Wade Wellman. Beautiful, beautiful copy. You never find pulps like this nice, and so many in one place. It's amazing. Astonishing Stories. Don't know what the date is, but it's in 30s, and it's The Vortex Blaster Makes War by Doc Smith, and Thunder in the Void by Henry Kuttner. Astounding Stories, December 1933. Ancestral Voices by Nat Schrackner. Nat Schrackner is a forgotten science fiction writer today. He was very popular back in the 30s, and he had a lot of things published. This June 1934 issue of Astounding Stories has Sidewise in Time by Murray Leinster. Also John Russell Fearn, Raymond Z. Gallum, and others. Paul Ernst. Beautiful copy. The 1939 issue, September. Manly Wade Wellman. Many nice copies. There's a few of them that have some wear to them. Legion of Space by Jack Williamson. And there's even some Argosy. This is from May 12th, 1934. Forbidden Mountain by J. Allen Dunn. Great guerrilla cover art. Beautiful copy. Terrific story. J. Allen Dunn wrote a lot of Lost Race, pulp adventure stories. Kenneth Perkins, The Sea Prize, Argosy All-Story Weekly, which is from 1925. Getting back in time. Argosy All-Story Weekly, Looking for Trouble. This is from May 1925. A lot of beautiful copies. The Sword of Vengeance, novel of the Crusades by E.V.W. Mason. And we have some more really nice astoundings here to show you. We're going to do these quick.
Amazing.
Amazing stories. Milton Lesser, beautiful copy. Yeah, just take a look at this copy. Look at the spine on that. Look at that. It's $10. Milton Lesser.
Might have to get that one.
1951. I might have to get that one. That is cool. Put that on the side. Astonishing Stories. Again, we saw this one before. This is Amazing Stories, Moon of Battle, The Mad Monster of Mogo, another Walter Pop. It's signed here by Walter Pop. Amazing Stories from 1951 or 52. The Reluctant Trader by Walter M. Miller. Amazing Stories. Very collectible, very good writer. Wrote a canticle for Leibowitz. This has been trimmed, so it doesn't have the usual rough pulp edges. It's been trimmed, but it's still a nice copy, and has Secret of the Black Planet by Milton Lesser. It's Amazing Stories from June 1952, and it's a Walter Pop cover, I believe. Let's do a couple of more. The Wrong Side of Paradise, Raymond F. Jones. Great cover. We the Machine by Gerald Vance. Still 164 pages. The Aristocrat of Science Fiction, Amazing Stories. This was the first science fiction magazine. First magazine to use science fiction in the title. Amazing Stories, February 1951, Vanguard of the Doomed by Gerald Vance. Excuse me. Vengeance of the Golden God by E.K. Jarvis. It's kind of like the Colossus of Rhodes on the cover. All Heroes Are Hated by Milton Lesser. November 1950. Tiger Woman of Shadow Valley. Beautiful, beautiful. Just take a look at just some of the spines on these, and you can see the condition. You see the condition. Pulps do not age well, but these are very nice. We Dance for the Dom by Richard Shaver. Amazing Stories, more amazing. I Paint from Death. These are all the cover. Dynasty of the Devil by Alexander Blade. And Alexander Blade was Howard Brown, the famous mystery crime writer who wrote science fiction as Alexander Blade, and was the editor for a while of Amazing Stories and Fantastic Adventures and the Mammoth pulps. Another one, The Jinx by Alexander Blade. And The Flame Queen. Beautiful cover art. Nice, nice werewolf monster cover. The Monster by Tenishaw. That's April 1949 issue. Chemical Vampire by Lee Francis. Nice dinosaur cover. Dinosaur Destroyer. Beautiful. Beautiful artwork. Ice City of the Gorgon by Richard Shaver. And the last couple, The Brain by Alexander Blade. Again, that's Howard Brown. Armageddon, Amazing Stories, May 1948. And The Giants of Mogo by Don Wilcox, who I actually published some of his work in the 90s. He reprinted some of his pulp adventures. A lot of really nice books, magazines, pulps here. Just going to take a few more out. Just go through them. Wonder Stories, Thrilling Wonder Stories, 1954. Crack Detective, Crime Magazine. You don't see that many of these. It's not in great shape, but for $10 you'll never find it anywhere. Thrilling Wonder, Fletcher Pratt, The Wanderer's Return. These are all from the 1950s. Thrilling Wonder. The Caliph and Caper by Kendall Foster Croson. And a smaller version of Wonder Story Annual. And just to do a few more, go over here, take a look at this section. Thrilling Wonder Stories. These are great covers, great authors. This one is from 1947 and has the Boomerang circuit by Murray Leinster. Another 1949. The Ultimate Planet by Noel Loomis. Also Alien Earth by Edmund Hamilton. Great good girl art. Got a lot of beautiful covers, really wild covers. Secret of Anton York by Yando Binder. Stranger Than Truth. Conquest of Life by Yando Binder and Paul Ernst. Another nice dragon dinosaur cover. The Cavern of the Shining Pool by Arthur Leo Zagat. And The Immortality Seekers by John W. Campbell Jr. when he was writing pulp fiction instead of that's from 1937. So these are now in the 30s. This is another one from 1936. And now we're back 1952. Now this is also 50 Startling Stories. William Campbell Galt also wrote crime magazine, crime fiction. And so we'll just take a look at these. I hope you enjoyed this look at classic science fiction pulp magazines from the 30s, 40s, and 50s here at the old bookshop in Morristown, New Jersey. And if you do get a chance to come by, you're going to be amazed at finding some really great stuff. Thanks a lot for looking. Hope you enjoyed this look, and see you next time.